Before we proceed to the granting of degrees, diplomas, and certificates, we have to attend to a very important part of this convocation. That is the installation of our President and Vice-Chancellor, Wisdom Tettey, and the delivery of the convocation address. I call upon Beth Creary, Chair of the Board of Governors, to provide open remarks for the installation ceremony. Following her remarks, the Chancellor will read the oath of office and introduce our President and Vice-Chancellor.
Thank you very much, Pauline. Distinguished guests, members of the graduating class, fellow members of the Board of Governors, Dr. Tettey's family and friends, of which there are many here today, ladies and gentlemen, I have the distinct pleasure to oversee the installation of the President and Vice-Chancellor on behalf of the Board of Governors and Carleton University. Carleton, as you know, is an exceptional institution which has been stewarded by the strong leadership of Dr. Benoit Antoine Bacon and Dr. Jerry Tomberlin over the last 7 years. The transition of leadership marks the beginning of a new era, one which includes developing our new vision and aspirations as a vibrant community that can transform and shape a more equitable and sustainable future. It provides an opportunity to build upon our many great successes while also furthering our commitment to the advancement of learning, research, teaching, and community service in new and innovative ways. In our search for Carleton's 17th President and Vice-Chancellor, we were seeking an inclusive and authentic leader to build an ambitious vision of Carleton as a world-class university through the fostering of a bold community of conscientious and adaptable global leaders who challenge the status quo and champion transformative change. Professor Wisdom Tettey is the embodiment of these qualities. He is an accomplished teacher, researcher, and academic administrator, and the passion and thoughtfulness he has brought to the presidency is already inspiring our talented students, faculty, staff, and alumni. The President and Vice-Chancellor is the Chief Executive Officer of the university. So in this role, Professor Tettey will provide institutional leadership, supervision over and direction of the academic work, and general administration of the university. He will develop and drive the mission, strategies, and advancement of the university while acting as our chief advocate, principal ambassador, and voice on a global scale. The role requires full commitment of service to the community, including our students, alumni, faculty, and staff. I will now ask Chancellor Baltachoglu to perform the swearing of the oath.
Okay. Do you promise to perform the duties of President and Vice-Chancellor of Carleton University as prescribed by law and by the statutes of the university? Do you pledge that you will defend the rules and promote the welfare of the university and the members?
I so promise.
By the authority of the Senate and the Board of Governors, I now declare you, Wisdom Tettey, as President and Vice-Chancellor of Carleton University, with all the rights and privileges of that office. I ask the Marshal and Clerk of Senate to invest you with your robes of office. These robes will be worn in token and symbol of your office at the university and your guardianship of academic integrity and freedom of inquiry. And congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
We will now have a traditional libation ceremony performed by Kwashi Kuar in Ewe and English. Following a celestial song of introduction, there will be an evocation to the architect of the universe by calling the ancestors, and then a special message honoring the installation of President Tettey.
Ago. Zoma zafire maze topulu. Zoma zafire mazali fuwei. Gidi gidi moji amanyu lagbala viaji moji amanyu. Zoma zafire maze topulu. Hey. Zoke zafire mazali fuwei. Gidi gidi moji amanyu. Lagbala viaji moji amanyu. E mauso balisa kiti katara moto washi ofo yo. E yo wanyigba awonu gamade nyigba majoflo na jo ha nyigba jiko na gbona yo. E kika makpolgodo mi ragboreji. Togbo mama, we call the ancestors at this moment to listen to this message, special message. And I continue to list them. A walk by Zaro Domania Homo. Yo. After today, Mamma do Danto Mochi Zakaji, me Raguremia India. It was a forum Tettey, a Chimakura Kagbanakuro. A happy Chima Jona Platola, and Bashia Kofo. Kotu Bobo to a Chimon on Manamoflo Suru, Avachizo Bojiri, a Plagachi who a bed of was his own. Mayo Mikatama yo, a Maglo, a Foreketo. Madomachu for Sako Kluka Nuka Doko Sabagidi Yoklu Amajiklu Sema Lamunio, Yomi Katamia Segbeana Mauso Balisa. We assemble all of you, the ancestors, to take this simple message to the creator of the universe. Today, a special day. Your son, Wisdom Tettey, has been installed. More importantly, special ceremony here, Carleton University, and we commit both management, students, staff, and everybody, the community in your hands, that even as we finish this ceremony, you will continue to be the enlightenment upon us. Let Carleton University continue to be a citadel of knowledge transmission, a citadel of quality training. Amyomia kola masa aboka drika akwiragbe viragbe echimia ho gangwe lo gangu viodo bana milo gangwe gangu viodo bana milo gangwe gangu viodo bana milo gangwe gangu viodo bana emie gangu viodo Dogbalo, gangu dogbalo, gangu dogbena milo, gangu dogbena. No.
Madam Chancellor, Madam Board Chair, members of the Board of Governors, Elder Dumont Hill, representatives from the various levels of government, diplomatic missions, sister institutions, graduates, and distinguished guests. Good morning, and thank you very much for honoring us with your presence on this special occasion. It's a great privilege to gather with all of you this morning in the unceded lands of the Algonquin and Anishinaabe Nation, and I want to express gratitude for the generous opportunity granted us to work, live, study, and play in these lands. That generosity should serve as a constant reminder of the value, benefits, and responsibilities of mutuality with one another and with nature. I also wish to acknowledge and to thank all those who have come before us, including my predecessors, some of whom are here today, and to thank them for their dedication and foresight. Let me take this opportunity to honor my dearly departed parents for starting me on this journey and helping me along with the values and lessons that have enabled me to explore possibilities and to traverse the world while remaining grounded in and connected to my roots. It is wonderful to have in attendance my siblings, extended family, and many friends who have enriched my life's journey throughout many years. Thank you for being here with us in person and by other means. Akpenami, mesdames et messieurs, wala don nagode, spasiba miigwech. To my dear spouse and partner, Natasha, and my children, Makafui, Novisi, and Selassie, accept my profound thanks for the privilege of your enduring support, love, blessings, understanding, encouragement, and sacrifices. I'm grateful to the Carleton and Ottawa community for entrusting me with this role in such an important institution in this city, and/or for welcoming me into your fold, helping me to learn and guiding me as we pursue our shared mission together. I'm enthusiastically committed to joining Kindred Spirit to extend the range and impact of our collective work. I'm confident that together we'll elevate our sites, enable unstoppable momentum, and transform our world for the good of all. At its founding, Carleton offered a promise of opportunity and possibility, driven by collective commitment and purposive response to lifting people up and building a future of shared prosperity and mutual advancement in the immediate aftermath of World War II. That spirit of purposive higher education and community advancement is indelibly imprinted in Carleton's motto, ours, ask eternal. This motto should continue to motivate and guide us to higher laurels and behooves us to be a catalyst for inclusive impact, not as an end in itself, but as an expression of the scope and scale of what our mission necessitates and our purpose demands. Meeting our obligation to this regard requires the regenerative power of a vision that we develop together, embrace, nurture, and co-own as we move inexorably towards the global promise and prominence of our centennial year in 2042. Please indulge me as I share the broad strokes of that vision as I see it. It encapsulates your exciting aspirations that attracted me to this place and was made more concrete through my engagements with many of you over the course of the last 6 months. That vision can be conceptualized as a quintet of interconnected elements and will provide us with the unstoppable momentum to translate the promise of our founding into a future of inclusive impact and prominence together. The first is to elevate Carleton as a transnational voice and exemplar of authentic inclusion and community well-being. We'll be relentless stewards of principles of mutual care and flourishing, not just of our human peers, but also of non-human world. Living this commitment as foundational, intrinsic, and inextricably linked to all aspects of our mission. It is critical that we continue to be an institution that prioritizes and supports its people, our students, faculty, staff, alumni, community, partners, and all those with whom we are linked, not just by geography, but by our common humanity. As demonstrated by the beautiful blend and conviviality of traditions that you've witnessed today, the intricately woven tapestry of who we are as individuals and as a community should be honored and celebrated. I'll bring my full self comfortably to the collective work of going from promise to inclusive impact and prominence together. As a proud African, Canadian, Ghanaian, Raven, and everything in between, with perspectives and experiences enriched as much by my upbringing in the socioeconomically marginalized community of Mamobi in Accra, as well as my connections to my extended family in Singapore. I encourage all of us to do the same, bringing our authentic self to this collective work. That is what enables the magic of going from promise to inclusive impact and prominence together entails. It helps to create better versions of ourselves and our world when our diversity is allowed to converge in harmony and in a safe, equitable, civil, caring, and healthy learning and working environment. It is particularly imperative, now more than ever, that we stand together resolutely for fundamental values of equity, inclusion, and belonging, and not jettison them because of the pressures of challenging circumstances or the comfort of the powerful or those who want to remain exclusive beneficiaries of the status quo. We should deploy the solemn privilege of purposive education, scholarship, service, and leadership for transformational good. The next element of the vision is for Carleton to be the forefront of high-quality, responsive, and accessible programs that differentiates us as a uniquely attractive destination of choice for a diverse assembly of the best students from around the world, the most meaningful student experience anyone can find anywhere, and a source of relevant education that enriches not only the individual, but society as a whole. We'll take steps to stand out among our peers as the embodiment of the kind of learning and learners that feed and actualize Canadian and global aspirations for talent. Carleton graduates, like the ones we celebrate here today, will be recognized for the consequential positive impact they make as experts with a conscience, a commitment to connecting the world, a passion for fostering mutual understanding and empathy, and the acumen for transforming and sustaining societies of the world for the common good. The third dimension of the vision is to propel Carleton from being a highly regarded, comprehensive, research-intensive university into global leadership and prominence as a leader in particular areas of research, innovation, and creative activity. We will assiduously drive sustained support for disciplinary and interdisciplinary collaborations in areas of established, emerging, and potential strength to enhance our global standing, facilitate international partnerships, and grow the scale and range of finding outcomes. We'll always be motivated by a commitment to and passion for making a positive difference for all by cultivating and harnessing the depth and scope of talent and ingenuity that is the outcome of the investment that we make in building a diverse community of the best minds. The fourth element of the quintet is to establish a distinct place for Carleton as an anchor institution partner of choice. We'll leverage the enduring essence of our origin story that connects us to place and commits us to using our values and expertise to advance inclusive impact and mutual flourishing in our region and beyond. We'll be an authentic partner, building deep and long-lasting relationships with various collaborators who share our values and embrace the imperatives of our mission. Individuals, other educational institutions, community organizations, businesses, industry, and various levels of government. We will couple the local relevance and global resonance to generate the synergies that enable us to connect people, passions, and purpose to ignite exhilarating, edifying, and uplifting outcomes across boundaries for mutual benefit, fulfillment, and prosperity. Finally, particularly in this moment of significant financial constraints, we will build a culture of uncompromising accountability to the health and sustainability of our mission. The academic mission is our core mission. Through a process of critical introspection, evidence-based and data-driven decision-making, transparency, mutual accountability, and collegial co-learning and co-creation of solutions. We'll adopt a cross-portfolio matrix approach that optimizes the effectiveness of organizational structures and processes in support of a shared strategic direction. A model of service delivery and resource allocation that intimately aligns with our values and our institutional priorities. We have to efficiently deploy our human talent and physical assets and infrastructure to sustain the health, integrity, and viability of our core academic mission. It's important that we embrace necessary, bold, and courageous actions to constructively disrupt systems and mindsets that stifle creativity, innovation, responsiveness to opportunity, momentum, and a values-based forward march to fulfilling our vision of moving from promise to inclusive impact and prominence together. I look forward to us honing and actualizing this vision together so that we may soar in unison as ravens, with pride, optimism, and unalloyed commitment to our core values. Let us be inspired by the promise of possibilities that our forebears diligently and tirelessly cultivated, galvanized by common purpose and energized by the spirit of mutuality. A shared commitment to going from promise to inclusive impact and prominence together is key to making the excellence of our institution and our mission unassailable. Nourished by strong support for the inviolability of academic freedom. Immense possibilities beckon. I hope we're all ready to roll. Thank you for the honor of this opportunity to serve you and the privilege of pursuing this exciting future together. I commit to delivering on the trust you have reposed in me, serving with humility, compassion, empathy, and integrity. Values instilled in me by my most significant source of inspiration, my dear mother, Dosa Bwaba, whose guiding hand continues to show me the way. I count on your continuing support as we embark on this journey from promise to inclusive impact and prominence together, and I thank you for the opportunity to be here. Chimigwich.